Hello everyone. Good morning, children. Okay, are you ready all? Okay, good. Today we are going to start lecture number 4 of chapter 1. Okay, before that, we discuss some topic which we have already studied in lecture number 1, 2, and 3. So, we can do revision also. Okay, so first point is economic activity and non-economic activity, which we have discussed in lecture number 1. So what is economic activity? In our activity in which objective of economic benefit or monetary consideration, that is economic activity, and our activity which is not economic, in that means uh, objective of economic is neither monetary nor economic gains, that is non-economic activities. Then difference between economic and non-economic, objective, expectations, traps, and risk and uncertainties. uh, Three types of economic activity: business, profession, and employment. And there is no type of non-economic activity. Objective of economic is to get economic benefit, and in non-economic, social welfare and human services objective. In economic activity, there remains risk and uncertainty, and in non-economic, no risk, no uncertainty. Then, types of economic activity. There are main three types: business, profession, and employment. What is business? Means any legal economic activity with the motive of profit, that is called business. Then characteristics of business. Here total 7 characteristics are given. First one is objective of profit. Second, exchange of goods and service. Third, risk and uncertainty. Fourth, creation of utility. 5, continuance of activity. 6, requirement of money. And the seventh is economic activity. So these 3 to 4 topics we covered in lecture number 1. And in lecture number 2, we discuss about with detail about in economic objectives. So there are main two types: economic and social. In economic objective, profit, maximization of wealth, and other economic objectives are included. Other objectives like economic development, growth of business, expansion of market, best possible utilization of resource, application of modern technology, etc. Other objectives. And then the social objectives of business. Total six, sorry, 5 objectives are included in social objectives, related to social responsibilities: provide employment opportunities, provide quality and good service, sorry, to adopt fair trade practices, and other objectives. Other objectives related to the social objectives are to establish special identity in society, conduct a research work in field of production, helpful in economic development of nation and cooperate with the government, and provide a various intensive to the employee and execute the welfare scheme for them. So, um, total main two types of objective, and in first economic are there 3, and in social there are 5 objectives. Then business risk. So, 2 types of business risk: natural risk and man-made risk. Earthquake, flood are the example of natural risk, and strike of employee, change in technology, change in trust and demand of customer. There are examples of man-made risk. Then the next topic is causes of business risk. So total 6 reasons of business risk. First, change in technology. Then threat of substitute product. Then competition. See students, here we revise only head points because we have already done in detail. Okay, we have already studied in detail. So, here we just revise the head points of the all topics, and I hope you all learn with revision. Then the third is topic competition, fourth is legislation, and fifth one is uncertainty of demand, and sixth is physical risk. Then in lecture we studied the topic is profession. What is profession? Activity in which a person with special skill, knowledge, training, and professional education render a service and in return receive a fees. It is called profession. So, like CA, doctors, solicitors, then lawyer, they all are personal, professional. Uh, like any chartered accountant provides accounting service to her client or his client, that is professional service, and in return he received a fees from the client. In professional there are not a fixed standard of fees. It is different and it is vary as per his skill and knowledge. There are seven characteristics of profession. I speak only important words in all characteristics: specialized knowledge, skill, and professional education. Charge fees for providing service. Standard fees varies. Primary objective is render service. Independent activity. Professional activity has no relation with production. Essential to obey code of conduct and monetary return. Okay. Then employment. Employment is the third type of business activity in which economic activity performed in return for a fixed salary when the work is assigned as per the contract. Here, seven characteristics are given. Fixed salary is paid, certain other benefits like medical allowance, pension, etc. Then work as per the contract under the control of employer, qualification, working hours, retirement are predetermined. Employment is dependent activity and professional is independent activity, and employment is dependent activity. See students, a point which I repeat 2 to 3 times, please mark. Employer and employee both are the bound to the follow rules and no capital investment is to be made. Then comparison of business, profession and employment. Uh, Look students, in this topic you can revise the three all in one character, sorry, in one comparison: business, profession, employment. It is a quick revision for you at the time of examination. It is useful for you because in this difference all three activities, business, profession, employments, are included and cover. So point of difference we revise: nature of work, then qualifications, then reward or return, then capital, then risk, code of conduct, and transfer of ownership. We have already studied in detail in lecture number 3. Then classification of business activity. Three categories: trade, commerce, and industry. Out of these three, two, trade and commerce, we have already done, and in today's lecture, we will start from the industry. But before that, I explain you trade and commerce in common parallels. So, what is trade? Exchange of commodity or service in return of commodity or service. That is trade. Characteristics: it is an economic activity. Two parties. There are two parties. Exchange is essential. Transfer of ownership of goods and service. Exchange of goods either in amount or goods. Continuous activity. Legal activity. Value of goods and services determined in terms of money. Two types of trade: internal trade and international trade. Internal trade means within the boundary of country, trade among the different regions, that is internal trade. Uh, Internal trades divided into two parts: wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale are purchase goods in bulk from producer, and Also is connecting link between the producer and retailer. Then international trade. Trade between two countries, it is called international trade. For example, Casa Mango being sent from India to USA, that is international trade. There are three types of trade includes import, export and re-export. When we some goods purchase from other country, then it is called import. And when we some goods sell to other countries, then it is called export. Then commerce. What is commerce? Commerce means a trade and auxiliary service to the trade. Trade is a part of commerce. What? Trade is a part of commerce. So commerce is a wider term than trade. Characteristics. Trade is a part of commerce, is an economic activity. Helpful to the trade are included in commerce. Increase in time and place utility of goods. Auxiliary service are demand oriented and auxiliary service are available at reasonable price goods. Can be supplied to the supplier at fair price. Then difference between trade and commerce. Meaning, scope and parties. Scope of trade is limited, whereas commerce no limitation of scope. Both the parties of trade are mostly known to each other, but in commerce may be a distant place. Okay, students, are you understand? Okay, clear now? Good. Here we done whole revision at a glance. Now we start today's point, today's topic. Okay, so shall we start? Okay, good. Industry. Meaning of industry. A process of converting raw material into finished goods by adding utility to satisfy human needs. It is called an industry. For example, manufacturing of furniture from the wood, manufacturing of cloth from the raw cotton. That is the example of industry. In common parlance, anything raw material converting into finished goods by adding utility to satisfy the human needs. This whole process is called industry. For example, uh, ma- manufacture furniture from the wood, manufacturing of clothes material from the raw cotton, manufacturing of the cupboard from the wood or iron, that is called industries example. Production, economic activity, change in form of raw material, production of different article, utility, and in addition to them, use of human labor, natural resource, and machine are considered as characteristics of industries. There are three types of classification in industries: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Before that, we read the meaning and second paragraph at least two times. At right now, here on your screen, I provide a meaning and definition. Please read at least two times. I give you 2 to 3 minutes, please. Okay, done. Good. Now we are moving to the next topic, classification. First, primary. These industries are fundamental industries that are connected with the sea, land, and air. Production activities relied on nature, agriculture, animal husbandry, and poultry farming are connected with the land, whereas fishery is connected with the sea. Then secondary, various type of machine and technology are used. Here the natural wealth is processed to make it consumable and is supplied to the customer. For example, fertilizer industries, color, chemical industries, steel industries, etc. are the example of the secondary industries. And the third is tertiary industry. It has a wide scope. It provides a help and service to the primary and secondary industries. Besides this, it is very near to the customer. Uh, s- See, students, primary and secondary industries are including in tertiary. That means a tertiary industry is helpful to and provide a service to the primary and secondary. And for example, like bakery industries, how uh, like production of wheat is a primary, right? And production of flour from the wheat, it is secondary. And production of bread from the flour, it is called tertiary. So it is a combination of three classification of industries: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Tertiary industry also includes the service of banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing, agents, and communication, etc. Here we done this topic. Please, classification of industry, please read two times. I give you 2 to 3 minutes, please, students. If possible, then learn also now. You can write your own examples in examination. Come on, fast. Fast read, please. One limit left. 50 seconds. 40 seconds. Done. Still you have 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Please fast, fast. If anyone not done, please do it. Please read it. Okay, finished. Okay, done? Good. Here we complete this chapter, and also we revise all the chapter in starting of this lecture. So I hope you clear this chapter perfectly. And if you have any doubt, then you can ask me with my WhatsApp, with through the WhatsApp, if you have my number. And if you don't have my number, then you can ask me through the comment as per my on my YouTube channel. Vishruti Gohal is my is the name of my YouTube channel. You can ask me any doubt with comment. Okay. See, students, I give you some information about the fair note. Uh, you should make two books. One your fair note, and second is a head points book. In fair note, you write all the exercise, and head points book, you write only definition and head points. I explain how to write in your fair notes and your head points book. For before that, I tell you today's homework. Today's homework in your fair note. First, you starting the exercise, uh, MCQ, then one sentence, then short answers, then brief answers, and detailed answers. But in detailed question answers, you write only head points and definition. You don't need to write in detail, because if you read 2 to 3 times detailed information, then you learn easily. So you don't need to write detailed information. But if any marked information, that is any important information in any detailed points, then you should write. Okay, not write all points but need only to write important points. In brief questions, you also write head points, but in short question answers, you write full answer. Okay, so full exercise you done in your fair note and submit the homework with to the class teacher regularly. And in your now we are moving to the topic related to the head points. How to write head points in your head points book. So see students, you start from economic activity. First, you write the definition, economic activity, then non-economic activity, then point of difference of economic and non-economic, then only the name of types, business, profession, and employment, then definition of business, then head points of characteristics only, then business objectives head points, then business risk head points. Like these, all the topics of this chapter cover in your head points book. Is that clear? If you are in doubt, then you can ask me through the comment. See students, I repeat, you can ask me, you can ask me. Okay? So, please doing homework regularly in your fair note and head points also. Head point books, please my clear, neat and clean because it is helpful for you at the time of examination. Head point books is most useful because at the time of examination you don't have enough time to revise all detailed questions. So at that time, if you have a head point books, then you can refer from the that book. Okay. So I give you already today's homework also, and now we are start the next chapter, chapter number 3, business service 2. In this chapter, we will learn about the banking system, how to run bank, what is the functions of bank, types of bank account, service provided by bank, as well as first bank of world, when started, etc. points we cover in this chapter. Okay, so what will we learn in this chapter? I have told you. Now we start from the introduction. Please students, complete your fair note and head points book of chapter number 1. If you don't complete regularly, then all the work mess and then you can't do. Because from next lecture, homework of chapter number 3 is also kept. So before that, you complete your book of chapter number 1. Okay? So start the introduction. Introduction is not that much important, but the second paragraph of introduction, it is important for the examination for MCQs question and one line question. Importance of commerce is increasing in present time. In commerce, apart from trade, banking is considered as its auxiliary service. Banking industries is very useful to industries, agriculture and other fields in addition to trade. This paragraph is not that much important. Here, second paragraph, it is most important. So please concentrate here. First Bank of World in Geneva started the year in 1407. A word bank is derived from the Italian word banco. Evidence of activities of bank are also found in ancient time. These words emerged in the Roman Empire where the money lenders known as macella and small temporary shops on long bench called banco. So word banco and bank have been derived from these. Clear? Okay. Please underline the word bank started in Geneva year 1407. The word bank is derived from Italian word banco, then used to establish the small temporary banku. Okay, please underline complete. Good. Then meaning of bank. According to RBI, Reserve Bank of India, bank is an institution which collect the deposit in order to lend them with the condition to return it at the end of the fixed term or whenever it is demanded. What is the meaning of bank? It is a type of institution which collect deposit from the depositor and lend the money to the borrower. This whole process it is called banking, a service of banking, and an institute which provide this type of service it is called bank. Okay, clear? Okay. Functions of bank: deposit, accept, and lend money to the borrower. There are two parts of function: main function and subsidiary function. 4 points, including in main points: accept the deposit, to lend money, to invest money, and to do interbanking transaction. And subsidiary function. There are 8 points, including to look after the financial transaction of the customer, to do transaction of foreign exchange, to issue letter of credit, to issue traveler's check, to provide a draft service, to provide information related to credit of a person associated with the bank, to provide a service as an underwriter, to provide other related service such as ATM, demat, safe deposit vault, etc. Uh, see students, we will study all the functions in detail in next lecture. So it now, please learn the meaning and learn the year of and uh, second paragraph of introduction. Please read 2 times, then learn the meaning of bank right now. You have 2 minutes. Please read and learn. I zoom my screen so you can read easily. First, read this paragraph. Okay. Then read the meaning of bank. See, students, it is very useful and it is very effective reading, because at the time of studying, you read the topic at least 2 times, then you can learn easily. Then functions. Okay. Then read the main functions. Accept and collect deposit, lend money, invest money into the interbanking transaction. Now, subsidiary function. I scroll my screen so you can read easily. Okay, done. Good. So, students, Here we done today's lecture. Goodbye, everyone.